Once upon a time in the bustling city of New York, where every street corner harbored dreams of fame, there was a kid named Sylvester Stallone. Born on July 6, 1946, he entered the world ready to blow a trumpet because he had more lip than a brass section. Not by choice, mind you, but due to a little kerfuffle at birth that left him with a drooping lip and distinctive slurred speech, features that would later be as recognizable as a Picasso nose. Sylvester's voyage to stardom wasn't some smooth-sailing cruise aboard the SS Easy Street. No, sir. It was more like a bumpy piggyback ride on a turtle shell. In the early 70s, when everyone else was strutting around in bell-bottoms and platforms, he was pounding the NYC pavement harder than a marching band at halftime. He was offered roles that were about as rewarding as a cactus hug, so he decided to write his own screenplay, a little number called Rocky, inspired by a real boxing showdown between the mighty Muhammad Ali and the underdog Chuck Wepner. With more bravado than a game show contestant, Sylvester insisted on playing Rocky Balboa himself. While producers preferred a known powerhouse to cash in on, Stallone stood his ground like a human rock of Gibraltar. After some tugging and pulling that could rival a three-ring circus, he won the battle, and in 1976, Rocky hit the screens like a freight train. It won 3 Academy Awards and made Stallone a sensation hotter than a pepper sprout. Rocky Balboa, the underdog boxer with fists of steel and a heart of a gold-plated marshmallow, became a beloved icon, and Stallone wore the boxing gloves through sequels like a ringside deity. In the 1980s, Stallone switched kids from boxing trunks to a whole army arsenal as he unveiled John Rambo in First Blood, 1982. Rambo was a multi-tool action hero with more grit than sandpaper, an ultimate destroyer who would survive long past the VHS era. This role made Stallone an action sage, crafting stories where punches had a higher IQ than Weekend Trivia Night. His resume grew thicker with films like Cobra, Cliffhanger, and Demolition Man. In the 2000s, as if needing to remind us all that old champs don't retire, they just come back for another round, Stallone dusted off Rocky and Rambo. Rocky Balboa, 2006, and Rambo, 2008, showed that his iconic roles still packed a punch befitting a gorilla in a fruit fight. Next on the docket was Action Central, loaded with more fireworks than the 4th of July, namely The Expendables in 2010. This explosion of bravado brought together an ensemble that resembled a who's who of action films, proving that older action stars had more longevity than those annoying "Are we there yet?" kids on road trips. And when he wasn't blowing things sky high, he was coaching Apollo Creed's progeny in the Creed films, entrenching himself as a mentor from the school of hard knocks. Off the silver screen, Sly navigated matrimony waters thrice and fathered 5 offspring, showing there's nothing like a good sequel even in personal life. Known for a work ethic tougher than week-old licorice and dedication to fitness rivaling a steroid treadmill, Stallone's career laurel wreaths speak to unwavering persistence. He has become an emblem of resilience, a hero who could take a punch and give back a punchline, one firmly embroidered in the nostalgia quilt of action cinema.